Hello, I'm Eagle Gardens, Eagle Gardens 1 on Instagram, and this is fucking Talking Shit with Eagle, episode 331.5. Hopefully, you guys have had an amazing day. Coming back from an amazing night. Let's get this chatter rolling, get it popped out, get my old stupid ass paused. Where'd the chat go? There we go. Get you guys with a little welcome. Man, I was so glad that Smiley's episode ended up posting last night. Man, that was going to be a fucking huge bummer right there. But luckily, the YouTube gods were out and watching, so we did not lose that episode. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. So, welcome back to all you guys that I can't see because I just put my friggin' chat over there. What's up, Bake with Shake, baby? Johnny Cater Seed, Smoking Grove Fraser. How you guys doing this evening? I am fixing to roll one up myself. Man, I just cannot get this. I fucked with my camera today and rehung it. Now I can't get it. I've been messing with it all night long. It keeps bothering me. Excuse me. Can't get it perfect for some reason. Already stuck on top chat. What you guys smoking on? The six of you, probably five plus myself, that are still hanging out. What you guys smoking on? Big old red spot. This chain breaks up my neck for some reason. I love this charm, but man, I hate the chain. I hate the chain. What's up? Did I lose my chat, man? There's only like nobody talking here. Redo my chat here. There it goes. What's up, Johnny Cassidy? Popping in. Redo my chat. Now it seems to be popping.
Hey, what's up?
What's up, Johnny?
How you doing? It's a great show.
Very good. I think Cheddar Bob 13, he's one that provided most of the great content tonight. So
Yeah, definitely. Got to thank him for that. Go take some of that light out the background there.
Cheers.
Bingus. Cheers.
Bingus.
How you doing, my friend?
Eagle, good to see you. Johnny, how are you?
How are you, sir?
Good.
I love that King Kong and the Godzilla fight, man. That's fantastic, man.
It's just some humor, nothing difficult, but easy and no copyright strikes or anything like that. You know what I mean?
Hilarious.
It's
Cool.
funny because I actually didn't notice the astronaut there at the end. Somebody else pointed him out. I actually thought it was her that farted at the end there at the clip.
Well, it was loud enough they could have both farted at once, really.
There you go.
Yeah,
Everybody.
I should have put like Smiley's face inside the astronaut helmet. That would have been cool, or it would have been Smiley farting.
Either way, super, super cool, man. Honestly, I had that feeling like it gave me like a rich feeling kind of biggest. I was like, God damn, man, look at that animation like that for the show. Holy cow, man. Other people that pay high dollar for that shit, man. I can't thank you enough, man.
No problem. It was by Hupe Animation, HUPE, and the artist His name is Alvise A-V-A-I A-V A-V-A-T-I Abadi. Alvise Abadi was the animation guy that made that. And like I told you, I used to be involved in that industry. I know where these guys hang out. And they put out videos just for to get opinions and from other artists on. And this guy's most of them are very, very good. I could never ever do as great a job as that, but I have a tendency to take them and use them for like my endings on my videos or something a little different. That one I did was an Australian guy. I can't remember his name before, but that one's copyrighted, so it was safe to put it in my background, you know what I mean? And there was no words or anything, and I kind of doctored it up here and there. But you don't want to, some of that stuff you don't want to put out because YouTube.
Yeah, you got to be careful.
Yeah, got to know what you're doing.
Yeah.
What's up, Red?
Hey, cheers.
Yeah, Red Pill, what's up, man?
Nothing much.
But I'm glad you liked it, Eagle. I enjoyed doing it. I've seen a lot of people laughing, and that's the whole idea. Keep doing what makes you happy. Keep laughing. Keep hanging out with Eagle.
Tons of
Great episode tonight, by the way, sir.
Like I was telling Johnny, that was all Cheddar Bob delivering a great night of conversation there. Shout out to Cheddar Bob.
Indeed.
Yeah, you got to do some lobster fishing or catching.
I love seafood. That's a hard one not to jump on right there.
Are you kidding me?
Love some
Yeah,
lobster.
that's good stuff there. Good stuff.
Just taking me and oiling me up a paper. Oiling me up a paper.
I found
I like to take my reclaim and grease me up a paper every so often.
There you go.
I found a old ounce, like 2 years old, tucked away in my closet. All right. It was all brown and shit. So I took it out and put it in the press. Oh my. I'm glad I found it. Glad I found it. Yeah, kind of like that, Eagle. Just like that, buddy.
Kind of hallucinogenic or what?
It was Shockwave, so it's a high CBD strain from Ocean Grown that I used to grow. It's very flavorful. Just a very flavorful. That fresh rosin is so flavorful. It tastes good. I can't talk. I'm so stoned.
That's a good
That's
thing.
good stuff.
That's
Good
a good
stuff.
thing.
It is. Especially for me. Shut up. Smiley, what's
No,
up,
no.
man? I'm just kidding.
Not in that.
Dude, you can't shut me up. Are you fucking kidding me? Shit. People have tried. Just kidding. Everybody in the chat.
Yes. So yesterday in the afternoon, early afternoon, I hear all these freaking explosions. I go out to my front porch and I look around and I don't see anything going on, so I go back in the house. A little bit later, boom, another explosion. What the? So I found out tonight from my very next door neighbor that the guys up on the corner were raided for cooking crack or meth or something.
That's never a good thing.
Yeah.
That's
So
good.
I'm a little excited
Did
about that.
Did it actually explode? The lab actually exploded, huh? Eee.
No, those were flashbangs from the fucking SWAT team.
Oh,
They were full on militarized. I mean, these guys they were set to rock and roll. My friend sent me a picture or a little movie of it, and I was just like, "Are you shitting me?" And multiple times I'd gone outside and smelled a whole lot of like chemical smell,
Oh yeah.
really strong out in the air. And I'm going, man,
Ooh,
what
this is
the hell? This is not right. This should not be going on like this.
That was one of the worst things about living in one of the apartments I was in. I'm like, yep, someone's cooking up a batch today.
So, I told the manager, hey, I think these people are doing stuff, cooking stuff on the corner. And it just so happens to be that her son, well, he's one of those guys. So that kind of stuff doesn't affect them.
When you're smelling something like someone's doing a lot of like paint thinner or like caulking or something like
Carburetor
that.
cleaner.
Yeah, dude. Oh God. So disgusting. It's toxic too. It's like one time I've had it so bad at the apartment I was in where I was thinking about like, dude, is all my food tainted? Like, did this get into the cupboards and get into the food that I have?
Right? Man, that's amazing. Yeah. Yeah, that freaked me out. So I just found out about that this afternoon. Wasn't very excited about that. So now I've got something else to deal with in the neighborhood. Not exact.
Life is getting
hopefully,
exciting in your neighborhood, basically.
Well, Sin City is, it's really, kind of stiff and it's beat up a little bit.
I've experienced flashbangs personally from the police,
I'll bet that ain't fun.
and they blasted a couple through my windows on my last arrest, which was about 10 or 15 years ago, and scared the holy shit out of everybody. Blew the front door down the hallway with a C3 charge.
Oh my God, really?
No, yeah, they were serious.
Wow.
They were serious. If somebody was standing behind that door, they wouldn't be alive today. Uh,
Or down
yeah,
the hallway.
very aggressive approach, I must say. But hey, that was in the past. But I got it, dude. You just haven't experienced life unless you've been arrested by some aggressive police.
Or pulled out of the shower butt naked.
Yeah. Has that ever happened to you? I've thought about that.
Yeah.
But
That's literally the time. That's the position I was in when I got raided.
that's right. You got busted too. I forgot
In
about
the shower, butt naked, pulled out of the shower, interrupted, was washing my hair at that very moment. I got pulled out, and then the cop had to literally sit in my room and watch me as I got dressed to make sure I wasn't doing any funny business.
Yeah. Yeah, they I don't know. It's not a
Well,
pleasant.
on a lighter note,
Yeah.
did you hear that we sent some emissaries or something like that to China to talk to them and everything, and they had to go through a COVID test, right? And they bent them over and anal swabbed them.
No, how about that Chinese anal swab?
And they actually did it, and they said, "Oh, sorry, we didn't mean to do that to your people."
Yeah, what would you rather have, a swab up the nose or a swab up the butt?
Neither.
Yes, neither.
Neither. I wouldn't even
I'm gonna
be in
go.
that kind of a situation that would allow me to make that kind of a decision.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
How's that
next,
for a lighter note?
yeah, next subject. Fuck.
That threw that conversation right out the door.
Yes, you did.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
I-
last night when I was moving some stuff around, I'm sure nobody's ever done this before. I balanced a little a 1 gallon pot in between a couple of other pots, standing them, and it fell over.
Wait, like you
And
made
it literally just
you
yeah,
made
it
like
just shattered.
a pot. You tried making one of those pot pyramids, like the cheerleaders or whatever. Didn't work.
Well, yeah, I guess it was kind of like that. Yeah, it was Ridgeville. It wasn't a very good representation of it because it fell over quick. And it just shattered one of my plants. When I picked it up, I said, "Oh, it just bent it over good." And I pulled it up, and there was 2 branches laying on the ground, and I just went, "Oh man!" And there was only 3 branches on this poor thing. I just got done transplanting it, you know. So I tried to clone off those 2 branches that snapped off, and I got the other one just kind of sitting there like a little stick with a couple little leaves sticking out of it. Just pathetic looking, man. I can't believe that happened. So I guess I won't be doing any of that pyramid stacking action going. Hindsight, damn, shouldn't have done that.
So I've got an interesting mail here that not that I'm looking to do any breeding, but if I were, I would probably consider this male of this Fort Jefferson I've got. It's got a weird trait that it hasn't been topped yet, but it's like a tri-leg, I guess. So it has the normal 2 branches, coming out, but every node there's 3 branches, not 2. There's 3.
But offset. One, the
Oh,
right
yeah.
side or the left side each time has one of the 3 branches. Okay, so
I would collect that pollen.
yes, definitely either store the pollen, do something with it, keep a clone, store the pollen,
keep it going for sure.
pollinate something with it. I've had a warlock female that was like that, and I've seen actually the same thing, but actually double on both sides. So you're getting 4 shoots per internode. But the warlock I had is like you said, where every other internode, like on the left side, there will be 2, on the right side, there'll be 1. And then the next
This one's got it every one. Every node, as you can see.
But it's 3, not 4, right? It's not doubled.
It's 3.
Yeah.
No, it's 3 every one. Every
Right.
stacking, it's 3.
Okay.
Highlight yourself, Eagle.
Mine was like that, but it went offset of each side. So like if the first node came in on one side, it was 2, and the other side it was 1. The next node to come up was the same thing, but the opposite. Now the other side was 2, and the other side was 1. You know what I mean? I can't really see if that's exactly how it was on mine, but
See if I can highlight this.
That's pretty cool, man. Yeah.
There, thank you.
and my Dutch grows that
1,
always
2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, all the way down, all the way up.
Look at that
This
center branch too, Eagle. Remember we were talking about that seedling, how the branch is shaped, that center stalk with the.
Oh yeah, where she's oblonged.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's gonna be nice and hollow. Look at, she's nice and bushy, all the way down.
Yeah, nice structure.
Yeah, that's from doing that stripping her clean all the way up. But yeah,
nice.
Yeah, it's a good looking male. I thought I was like, man, something tells me to keep him.
How's the finger rub go on the stem?
You know, I haven't got to smoke none of this Fort Jefferson yet
Eagle,
either.
what you just said, that's what I mean. When something tells you, do it. That's what happened with me. I'm running this hog strain, which is a skunk derivative. I have two very nice male, one large, one small, and something told me run them both. I'm like, okay. So I got a tent that I'm going to run seeds in right now, just to
You're
see,
gonna
because I got
you're gonna
that
let
intuition. You know what I mean?
you're gonna let both those males pollinate
Yeah,
females.
yeah.
Do you have the patience to do one batch of letting one male pollinate some females and then doing another batch then that other
I I I do. But my first run, since I
because
have clones of these males, is I want to spew both pollens and just see
this
what I get.
this doesn't have any bit of any type of thing to go against of what anyone wants to do. But I see a lot of people making those type crosses where they introduce two males per one female.
Right.
And you, just so
That's
we're clear,
interesting.
you know, per spore and per pistolate is actually the offspring of that plant. So when you make a cross like that, the seeds that you're running from those aren't both of those males. You get one or the other,
Right.
and each one of those, right? So if you're going to run those seeds, don't you think it's better so you can organize them better to one
Well,
after another, the males?
okay. If I wanted to do an organized pheno hunt, you're right, but I don't. I want to see what a natural selection uh, running two males at once will give me, like in the wild. Okay, because I've never done that and I've always wanted to try it.
But
Uh,
you're sure you'll be able to, once you grow those seeds out, know,
no,
you know,
no,
I'm growing this male, or
right,
I
right.
know
You
this
can't
male
be,
pollinated the, you know, this,
you can't be sure. No,
right?
but here's what you get: you get a pheno that you like, all right, because of that, and you keep it. But I want to see what it will do. You know what I mean? Will it be a mix? Yeah, it will. But that's what I want to do. So that's what I'm going to do. I've never done that. You know what I mean?
Well, I heard you saying that you were growing, you know, tens of thousands of seeds in some situation or whatever.
Right.
So only in
That's a long
those
time.
situations are those going to be able to be adequate. You know what I mean? Like if you're doing something and you only have like space for like six seeds, and you
I
got
have three tents. Okay.
uh,
One tent has two. The other tent has one, and the other tent has one.
yeah,
You see what I'm doing there? Okay, I'm splitting it up to where I see what both males will do in a tent, and I'm seeing what the tall male will do in another tent, and I'm seeing what the short male will do in
mhm.
another tent. Okay, that's the way I want to do it. Just to see
Right.
in the wild what happens.
Now, at this point, do you plan on keeping both of those males for parental lions?
I don't know. Depends on the outcome.
So, like the way I would handle that is I would keep in mind that maybe I do want to keep both of those males for parental lines and then do a separate pollination
I'm
and
doing
take
them all.
notes.
Listen, three tents.
Right.
Okay, two males in one tent.
Mhm.
Okay, blue
One
diesel
male in one
crosses
tent and
with
one
the
male in
death
another tent.
bubba. Yeah, so
Right.
as long as I keep them separate in those two tents, right?
Mhm.
Then I can compare and see what kind of phenols I get, like from a wild
Right.
setting
Because
versus.
that's the only way to test, you know, that actual passing on attributes that a male has. And a lot of people don't have the patience to be like, they're like, I'm stuck in a situation where I'm picking the best male I got of X amount of seeds,
Right.
and we're just going to see what happens. Where what you're doing if you're breeding with two separate males is if you take well enough notes, then you can actually say, well, this male is better than the other male. You
Yes.
know what I mean? Right.
And also, dude, I've heard I've heard some interesting results with two males in one tent. And I'm like, huh, because in the wild, that's what happens, right?
You know that's
Well,
got to happen.
to
Yeah.
get super specific, and I don't think people really thought processed it out to this point, but when we're talking about wild or indigenous plants, a lot of people think that, like, say if it's been there, whatever, 10,000 years, then it's a F10,000. In reality, it's not. Every single year, over and over and over again, every single year, it's F2 and another F2 and another F2, because all those males are pollinating different females.
That's right.
So you're only ever getting, you're never getting the same line breeding out in the wild. You're getting tens of thousands of males and, you know, millions of females getting pollinated. And it's a lottery of all those seeds that made it to germination to be out there. So every single year, they're basically the same thing you would get if you were to line breed. And
That's how you create a land race. It's, you see what I mean? That's how a
Right.
land race is created. Okay, and land races have a stable vigor.
Mhm.
All right, so I just want to experiment. I mean, I don't have big enough room to do any, but my largest tent, my 5x5, is the one I'm doing the 2 males in, and I have 2 small 3x3s. I'm doing the other 2 in. But there's things that can happen with cross pollinizations, like what Eagle just showed you. I mean, there's mutations that occur. There's just,
Well, while
you know,
we're
I
on that
want to see.
subject, Bingus, let me show
Yeah.
you this if I can bring it up. This was something that you were kind of showing us the other night when you were going over all them seedlings. This was let me go back from Canna Queen sent me this. I sent her these seeds. Damn it, slice of sunshine, and she tagged me today. Look at the variation in these that slice of sunshine right there. Son of a bitch.
Variegated leaves.
Yeah, it's like houseplant variegation there.
That's
See
cool.
it?
Yeah, I do.
So
That's
would
an
that be a
interesting trait.
trait there that you would that be a pheno that you'd be interested in? Well, not now, but if you were hunting in her garden,
Definitely,
would
because
that be
every,
something that she'd want to set aside?
yes, because every time I've done that, like the biggest blackberry has a variegation, the biggest mile has a variegation. I've kind of chased down those avenues, and I've found really good frost techniques or expressions. I mean, at Jupiter, we did the same thing and found interesting frost as well. But I mean, I'm not as enough of a geneticist to know why. See what I mean? So I want to continue to do things breeding that expand my knowledge base in my brain, and that's why I'm doing this. The hog has. I've been studying what the hog is, and it's a very good strain. And I actually had 3 males, but 2 were very, very nice. I was just like, man, okay, something's telling me to do this. And I have the tents, I haven't used them. I have the lights. I haven't really gone there yet. So I said, fuck it, let's do it. And we'll see. I'm not the type of guy that will let seeds go until I look into them. You know what I mean?
Well, I've heard you say that. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I'm the same way. I got, if there's seeds out there that I let go, it's because I got
Yeah.
backed into a corner and I was vulnerable, and someone threw a lot of money in my face to get them. You know what I mean?
It's hard to resist that, but I get hit a lot, and I'm not trying to. I'm just being honest. It's and I just don't like to fold because you never know. I'm scared. Like right now, Shirlo has some biggest mile going. Um, Eagle has some blue mile going, and so I'm just like, fuck. You know, I want to make sure it turns out, but I don't. See, that's not something I normally do. I like both those guys. It was one was a request. I think it was New Year's for Shirlo, and I was feeling generous. And then Eagle's done so much for me, really, just on a therapeutic level, you know. And then Smiley, I think, is a great. This is how I make decisions, right? I mean, I'm looking at things to give back to situations that have benefited me in some way. And Smiley has such a large variety. Again, something told me get this overtone, and I'm waiting for the weather to clear. So that's how I kind of run my life. I don't look for. I'm at a point where I have a good base, you know, things that I do to maintain a good lifestyle, and I keep everything down low. I mean, I don't gouge people. I just try to give the best for the least, and
Mhm.
because I know that's what the humans want. You know what I mean? So
Well, okay, so I definitely have a threshold on no matter how astounded or confident I am and how desperate I am to get something to the market because I'm so happy about it, that'll never drive the price up of what I thought was unbelievably high price to pay for seeds back when I was buying a lot of seeds. That's just crazy talk. You know, I'm never going to charge more than the most expensive pack of seeds that I saw when I was getting into it. Right? That's just how
So
I'm morally.
what is that top price, Red Pill?
The most back in the day I would pay is I would find DJ Shorts stuff for around $115 for a 10 pack. So you're probably never going to see me charge more than $100 for a 10 pack.
yeah, I mean, $10 a seed for feminized, 5 for regular is how I. That's my thinking, right?
Yeah.
But that's just general. Again, I'm with you on that, Red Pill, because you don't. That's taking. It's not giving.
All right.
And I don't like to do that. Period.
And another thing I want to throw out there because it was at the top of my mind is where everyone wants to choose their females and males on certain aspects or traits or how they perform. One thing that I'm definitely going to be doing with almost anything I get, besides like macro photography, and then either processing it in hash or extract to see if it's better for sifting or too oily to do that and needs to be extracted. But how that will come into play is I'm very suspicious about how a lot of labs come away with these really high numbers. And just to back that up or preface it is I'm pretty satisfied and confident in all the work that like Skunkman Sam and Rob Clark got to do in the 80s over in Holland. And if achieving 30% and up in THC was possible, I would believe that they would have done it back then. So that's why I get skeptical when it comes to that. And for me myself, to discern that and then actually, verify it is I mentioned a few or like a week or two ago about starting with, you know, round numbers to do an extraction with, just say 100 grams. Okay. And you do an extraction with that. You can go about how you want to extract it with there. I'm mainly talking solvents now because it just has the most efficacy. You can get almost 99 to 100% pull off of what's there to pull off. You can retain or, come away with 99 to 100% of it. We'll get into testing and to test even how much you weren't successful in extracting. But let's say I get off 100 grams in a steam distillation 5 to 10. So that means that already off the bat, before any type of chemical analysis, volume wise, we're getting about 5 to 10% terpenes or essential oils. And then doing the same thing, if I wanted to do some type of round number wise, scale down or up, live resin or butane extraction on flour, the nugs, the same type of nugs you'd have cured in a jar, that kind of thing. And I get 30% or more, say 35% of some type of extract, right? And it's the high cannabinoid fraction. I go, I strip it of terpenes and still got some weight of like 30 to 35%. Now, both of those things, that steam distillate terpene fraction needs to go in for chemical analysis, and the cannabinoid solvent extract needs to go in for chemical analysis. I just get so skeptical when I want to send flour to a lab rather than do the math and subtract away whatever I need to, and the lab just tell me what the spectrum of cannabinoids are that's there, and what the spectrum of terpenes are that's there. And to me, to verify and tell someone that, hey, this is like a 30% and up cannabinoid variety, or this is like a 10% terpene variety, the only way I'm going to be able to verify that is actually by yielding that much from any type of distillation or extraction, right? Then the math is right there for everyone to see. From 100 grams, you're going to get 30 grams of cannabinoids, whatever they may be. And from 100 grams, you're going to get 10% terpenes, whatever they may be. To me, that's way more legit or easy to prove, or, you know, self-evident than trusting a lab and getting whatever results they give you. And hey, if no one's ever done that and like whatever, try to advertise or market their seeds that way, and like, hey, this is the work I did for it. This is what you can expect from it.
That was a good hit. Hey, Eagle,
Yes, sir.
I would definitely take some clones off of that male and then run that sucker the rest of the way through and isolate that dude and collect your pollen out of it as well. That's what I would do with that guy myself, because it looks like it's got some serious looking traits on there. It looked like it would be worthy of hanging on to.
Yeah, that's the way I had when I looked at it. It just had that special feel to it. So I may keep it for one reason or another. Maybe that
Looks
may
like
be the start of the community strain there. Who knows?
hey, there you go. That would be cool.
Green 13. Cheers, mate.
Hey, Mike.
It's
Still
fun.
working that.
It's fun. It's fun breeding. It's fun doing the stuff that we do with cannabis. And this little project is going to take a lot of my time, but I've kind of slowed things down in other areas of my grow to start experimenting with new genetic, new strains, because I'm tired of what I'm smoking. You know what I mean? I mean, you ever get that way? You think like, dude, I've smoked so much biggest blackberry and biggest mile. I'm just like, fuck, give me something new,
What I laid down was that wasn't too heavy, was it? My whole wave.
No, not at all. The only awkward silence on my end, Red Pill, was I was talking to Smiley and Chad. I was typing. We were having a whole other conversation in chat.
I couldn't respond because I just took a fucking dab, dude. That's what it was for me. I just like, yeah, dude, Red Pill, the nature of your energy is to give. Okay. It's obvious.
It is.
Okay. So that, as long as you hold on, as long as you maintain that realness, that energy actually, it's like a fabric that can go around someone and they can feel it, whether it's on a computer screen or in real life. And I've tried the other way. I used to do a lot of sales work, and it's fucked, because if you don't believe in what you're selling, you're taking. And then there's going to be a returning energy that's not going to be pleasant. And you're going to wonder, why did that happen? You see? And so I think, integrity is number one. Just like cleanliness in my garden is number one, right? Because that maintains integrity in my garden. Period.
Right.
So, what's up, Green 13? That's my
What's up, brother?
If you, I mean, if you wanted some input, you know, you're doing great.
I like that. Thank you, Bingus. It's just right now I'm not at the most proactive period of my life right now. You know, I'm not applying everything that I know and that I can do.
That's that jar of distillate, brother. That's that jar.
No,
Diamonds.
it's
That's
not.
funny.
That's not hindering me at all.
No, you didn't say you were hindered. You said you weren't at the most productive.
Oh no,
Timing.
that's totally something that if I was in control of, that I would never let happen. You know, I like weed that has the effect of coffee. Only for other when I'm in pain or I want to actually put myself out to sleep. But I need weed that makes you function. Okay, so.
Don't you keep both? I mean, you should have both. I think
Yes,
you should
that's what
have
I
that
mean.
coffee
Yeah,
weed, and you should have that one that
that's what I
you
mean.
know
But
just
it's for a time
I'm
and a
smoking
place.
this. Night.
You know, when I need an indica or night type weed, that's what I mean. I want to get even more type. What you're looking for then is CBN, and then in the terpene profile, linalool, because linalool has the most sedative, relaxing effects of any terpene, and CBN has the most sedative, pain relieving, or what they call a narcotic effects. What people consider, you know, end up calling narcotic effects from THC. All that is aged or decarboxylated or just degraded THC, delta 9 THC and a CBN effect. That's what you're getting. If you're smoking weed that's got a little pinch of CBG, all of its THC is for the most part still THCA, then you're going to get that more brainy, you know, vivid, energizing type weed, almost no matter what kind of terpene profile it is.
Summertime shit.
Yeah.
No, when I start seeing, like you were talking about 30% THC stuff, I'm not really interested in that because I want a more balanced entourage effect of the terpene profile. And so it's just hype. And I agree with you. There's a lot of testing areas that will take backdoor money to adjust outcome.
Well, that's how I know that you can't bullshit it. Say if you do an extract, I mean,
I kind of don't think it's hype though. I kind of do think that some people do think they want 30% THC. I don't want that, but I do think some people do think that that's what they want. A smash in the face.
I just want to know if the 30% weed is a real actual thing that exists. So what I'm saying,
I agree.
Yeah, you do an extract of it. Let's say you get lucky, you get above 30% of an extract. You don't know what that extract contains. There's many constituents of what that's going to end up being. Then if you can have a lab that you can for sure get some verification of, that you're not asking for, hey, this flower needs to be the next marketed, thing. This is just
you got that top cola at 30%. The one below it was 25. So it's such an irrelevant stat. It's such an irrelevant stat. This batch, one bit of this batch tested at X.
So I'd be willing to bet that even if people can pull off a 30% cannabinoid fraction, when you test that, it's still only going to be at the very highest 24, maybe to 27% THC. There's all that other chunk there. That's all the other cannabinoids other than THC. So
there's only so much room in the profile.
Right. Well, isn't it most of the time when you see that number, it's combined THC 33% is usually the way I see it, Mark.
Right. And you don't want that. You don't, if I see a test result and it's like multiple 1 or plus more percent THC, delta 9, the activated type, then that tells me that this sat on a shelf for a very long time. This was harvested 6 months ago.
Yeah, but it would have been tested right away.
Well, that
says something in itself, doesn't it?
Well, that would mean it's even older, because that would mean it was tested 6 months after it was harvested, not alone just sitting on the shelf. God knows how long.
Hey, Red, I have a question for you. Come back.
Yep.
Then leave and think about it and answer. No,
Yeah.
there. We had a big debate when I worked at the hemp farm.
Mhm.
Can you measure molecules in a plant and get a copyright for that molecular structure? I mean, is it that? Can you get a stable enough molecular structure, or is every plant slightly different that would throw that off?
I would say the only thing that sparks my mind is the licenses that Skunkman Sam and Rob Clark have for GW. And those were the strains that I'm saying they developed in the 80s. They developed like the 6 highest cannabinoid for each cannabinoid. They made a CBG variety, CBD, CBDV, CBC, THCV, THC. And those are licensed to G Pharmaceuticals to formulate their medicinal properties. So that's like the precedent for it. But I would say we're anything we're going to have access to, no, because we're only either playing with a 30-to-1 THC variety to CBD or 30-to-1 CBD variety or 1-to-1s or 2-to-1s. We really don't have access to, and it's an anomaly if we get to find CBC or THC high varieties.
So
Right.
does a plant have? Does each strain have a unique molecular structure?
Well, definitely genomic structure, yeah.
Okay, so could that not be copyright?
Oh, I would say no, because it public, you know how that whole thing with public domain is, and anything. I would only say you can copyright something if it really is a legit genetically modified. If you went in and did some chromosomal things and started seeds from like the sporulated or whatever the smallest tissue that
What are
you
you
could.
saying? Because you didn't do any work, you can't get a copyright because it was just nature's job, yeah?
No,
Right.
it's the other way around. It's the people, the scientists, they're the only ones that could claim a copyright because they went through this scientific process to make it.
Yeah, but Bingus is asking if that can be done. Oh, but they fooled around. They did work.
You can't. You can, like what he just said, and they have the science to do that now. I just read an article where you can actually pick your fucking chromosomes and make your own cannabis variety.
Because those would be the only
CRISPR, right?
Yes, CRISPR, and those would be the only plants that aren't in the public domain. If it never left the study lab that it was created in, it's not in the public domain. Other than like anything that's in a seed bank right now, Attitude Seeds or Seed Junkie or anywhere in the world. That's all public domain shit. So even if you did find something, some crazy genetic anomaly in any of those seeds, you found it from the gene pool that came from public domain. So I don't think you can claim copyright on it because theoretically, if those seeds are still in stock, there's a genetic lottery of someone being able to buy another pack of those seeds and find the same thing.
But the lottery's not the same thing. The lottery's too big. Some from mummy, some from daddy, some from mummy. The percentages never.
What about what Eagle was saying the other day, where they actually can take like the essence of the plant and keep it in a I don't even know what I'm saying at this moment.
You mean genetic?
Yeah, the genetic genome of whatever it is or whatever.
We just.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
the DNA of the plant.
Yes.
Yeah, well, if you could have like some of that, like he was saying, that you could actually get that exact strain anytime you wanted it from that. Wouldn't that be something that would be?
Well, there's genetic labs where they got it down to the point where they have reversed females and they have in little tiny test tubes every single individual spore from all those stamens. Yeah.
So out of something like that, you'd be able to do that of what you were talking about, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right, Bill? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it doesn't leave the lab.
Right.
Because once it leaves the lab, it's just like in nature. Who knows what's
Who's,
going
it, who's this Eagle guy you're talking about anyway? Isn't this the Smiley Show? Where is that dude? He's been hosting
He's
the last couple. He's been hosting
there.
the last couple of days, hasn't he?
He's there. Ah,
Worn
he's
him
been
out.
there. Ah,
One day I had to take off. Yesterday, what? Just one day.
That was a good
Just
interview.
one day.
That was a good.
Give me some
It
shit.
was 2 days, dude. It was 2 days, dude. It was a good interview yesterday, huh?
whatever.
Well,
Yes, it was.
the takeover,
Excellent.
it's just the way it felt. The takeover was planned. The day before wasn't planned, though.
Did you not shoot out of the wormhole last night?
No, not last night.
My bad then. Maybe
Night before.
I picked. Yeah, the night before I was here for that. I just I thought you'd done it the night after as well, but I wasn't here, so I'll take back my little ribbing. It's Eagle Gardens. Oh yeah, Eagle Gardens. Yeah, I remember him.
Too much.
No, last night he kind of was kind of at the realm, but I was here. I was just cambered off because my internet was so shit. But I was here. I was just cambered off.
So I will have looked on YouTube and not seen you on the screen. There you
Yes,
go.
sir. I was present. So
My bad. I should not keep the register.
The man behind the
Yeah,
curtain.
I don't know what the fuck happened. To be honest with you, you're kind of a tech savvy guy. Man, I was sitting here last night doing the show. My landline fucking went down. My landline went down. Okay. Odd. Yeah, I know. So I go in and I reset the modem for the satellite because that's a satellite link. So I go and reset the modem and it cycles and the Wi-Fi end of it's working, but the landline wouldn't work. So I'd come back to the computer and it would show that modem as a Wi-Fi, but it wouldn't show the landline. It was like non-existent. And so I ended up having to go over to my other network, which is it's a telephone line hookup basically. And so that Wi-Fi, I was using that one for a while, and they figured out I was using that one, and they kept taking me out. So they were like DOS attacking that one, and fucking, I was going out every few minutes. So I was getting frustrated and just kind of just sitting behind, like I wasn't there. Kind of, if they don't know I'm there, it kind of lessens the attacks.
That's super weird though, because your satellite stopped working when your telephone line went out. That's fucking weird. Because your satellite's your main internet. Yeah, it doesn't run through the phone line.
No, not at all. And then, you know what? Is I even
Full
reset
moon
that
last
thing.
night. Full moon last night.
I did. I know it. I reset it a few times and it still wouldn't work. So last night after the show was over, I left it unplugged and I unplugged the landline. And then I got up when I got up today, I plugged it back in and everything worked. Boom.
If you have real problems with a landline type internet, you can turn your router off for a period of time, so 30 minutes, and then back at the junction box in the street, that will reset after a certain period of time and give a different line. So that does work. That 30-minute reset. Like, it's rare that you need that, but it does work. On the old exchanges, anyway. I don't know how AT&T or whoever your shit is that works, but
yeah, I can see how you thought I wasn't here. I was just frustrated. I didn't even do shout outs because I knew.
Oh shit.
I knew as soon as I got started, they were going to start taking it out. In fact, right at 4:20, they took me out. That's when Smiley was like, "Oh, I'm out of here." And then I popped back on. I'm like, yeah, I'm not even doing shout outs. It's just,
It would have just been
frustrating.
painful. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it's weird. It's weird how it comes and goes.
Yeah. Full moon. You got some heavy weather in Michigan still, haven't you? You got some snow and ice.
Not so much.
No.
This has been my fucking most gentle winter up here. It's going to be the quickest melt. It's supposed to be like 44 today, almost 50 tomorrow. It's going to get rid of most of my snow. Usually I don't see the ground until May. Easy.
I spoke to Spartan and he said to me, I sent him some pictures of my raspberry bushes coming through, and he was like, "Shit, I've still got snow on all my beds." So,
well, I don't know how similar it is for Eagle, but I'm in Wisconsin, and the last 2 days have been in the 40s, and we've been able to utilize the grill. I had burgers yesterday and steaks today. So,
shit,
oh, man, I get out there all boom style, man. I don't care. It can be fucking dead.
It could be snow on the ground. It could be raining. Yeah, be out there doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how it was for me, man. Most definitely.
I don't cook.
Is literally
I don't
right
like getting cold. What's the weather in Wisconsin like?
Well, it was for the last 2 weeks. It was in this, low single digits, and at night, negative 20-degree wind chill. But in the last 2 days, it's been, and for that 2 weeks, and maybe 2 weeks before that, just maybe the start of this year. Okay, the very first month of December, the first month of winter, we didn't get barely any snow at all, any. And then we got like 2 days a week, it would snow like 8 inches. So in the past like 3-4 weeks, we've got like 2 or more feet of snow.
Wow.
Just on top of that cold ass, whatever you call it, winter polar vortex. But no, we have the grill right outside the side door, so it's literally like a turnaround distance. You open the kitchen door, and you're right in front of the grill, so you just turn around and step right back in. So
nice.
Yeah,
man.
mine was right outside the garage door. I just step out. It was under the eave.
mm-hmm.
It was good. Worked out well that way.
I do want. For the past year, I've been wanting to get a smoker. Been really researching 2 different types, but I'm definitely probably this year going to get a smoker, because back in Colorado, I had access to a place I really liked that had really good brisket. So since I've been out of Colorado, I've been missing being able to eat brisket like once a week. So I'm gonna have to get a smoker just so I can make my own.
So you were saying you were having a light winter, kind of. I'm thinking about throwing my plant out on Monday.
Oof. Yeah. You were saying you were going to experiment like that.
I'm thinking about throwing a plant out on Monday. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
Well, you said it was like 60 nights there, though, weren't you?
Well, no, right now, I'm in the upper 40s, like 48 at night. That's not bad. That's
That's not too bad. It'll make it. It won't be very vigorous, but it'll make it. It'll harden off, I think.
But the thing about it is the days go up nice. I mean, we're having like a good 25-degree swing.
I think it'll harden off. I think it'll harden off. How
I think
big?
the other day. Well, this one here is probably, let's see, when did I put it in flower?
You could always cover it at night, too.
Well, that is exactly what I was thinking about doing. Remember I was talking about I had some square tomato plant things that I picked up. I'm gonna connect two of those together so that it makes a larger square. and then I'm going to wrap it with cellophane around the outsides of it, so that it kind of makes its own little greenhouse.
What the heck
So
is
that
that? Green 13?
so at
John.
night, yeah, that's okay. So at night, it's going to be more of a, it'll like be in its own little environment. What you got,
That's my
Green?
med card, dude.
Oh yeah,
Nice.
interesting.
All high
Man, that
tech.
don't even look like you on the front.
Sure.
Funnily
So is
enough,
that
the
like a
first thing they
fob
say is
card?
don't lend it to anyone else. Is it what?
Like a fob? Looks like a fob card where you just like scan it. Doop. That's me.
Yeah. Weird, right? But it isn't. They obviously just use that symbol for some reason. It doesn't have any electronic shit on it, but
It
Yeah.
just does.
It's like a credit
People
card,
that
right?
it does.
and then it has all my details on my my national health service number, when it expires, all that good shit. So that's a please don't arrest me card.
Congrats.
Yeah, man.
Please don't arrest me
Your
card.
first get out of jail free card, huh? Nice.
I don't want to underplay it. It's an amazing feeling. It
I
is.
can't wait till we all accept the microchip.
Oh,
I'm sorry, what?
Keep that
Well,
shit right, Bill.
Interestingly, the Queen of England has come out today and said, "Come on, get your jabs, you pussies. Get on with it. It doesn't hurt." And it's like, yeah, we're not worried about
The
it hurting,
jabs?
love. We're worried
So-
about dying.
If anyone,
You say,
if anyone
get your
follows,
jabs, pussies.
It sort of does. That's sort of what, reading between the lines.
Okay, the Queen's vulgar.
You know,
do any of you know what the real ID is?
The real ID.
Does
Yeah.
anybody know who the
That's-
real Slim Shady is?
No, the COVID-19 imprint ID.
So the real ID was supposed to be something that just got brushed under the table. By 2020 or 2019, we were already supposed to get something like that replaces the passport. It's a national ID instead of a state ID.
I think
Green
I
13.
remember.
I think you're
Yeah.
excluded from this part of what we're talking about, but
Who, me?
it was supposed. Yeah, this is a U.S. thing.
Good. You keep your weird shit.
So
Oh, you got plenty of other.
we were
Funny.
all pre-COVID supposed to get our IDs changed. If you want to travel internationally, you were supposed to get something called the real ID, which it makes your actual identification, your driver's license, the same thing as what your passport is. And that got brushed under the table.
A national identity card is what you're talking about, and that is non-constitutional, I would have to say.
Oh, I know, but that's what people they kind of forgot about, and I think that's
They were never
something that
taught.
yeah.
Yeah, you didn't forget. You just never got taught. How can you remember something that nobody ever explained to you?
Yeah. So I don't know what that leads into, but I just thought about that, and
You have to have a vaccine in order to leave the. Dude, it's going to be
Right.
where you're going to have to have your vaccination ID, which
to
is
travel international.
to even state the.
Which is going to be annoying, because I want to come and hang with Eagle this year, for fuck's sake.
I know.
I don't think I'll be.
So
using
I was
green
curious
card.
with that one, Green 13.
Mhm.
When you travel from different country to country, I mean, because you're like states over there, but they're countries, they're separate.
You talk about England, Ireland, Scotland, and
Yeah,
Wales.
When
Yes.
you said
No
you went on
passport,
vacation,
no border.
You
Okay,
said when you
so-
went on vacation to Spain, right?
Passport.
Okay, now with the way things are going, they're stricting up a little bit. I've heard. Are they going to cost you because you are going through the Eurasia basically, whether you go to a different country at that point, would they make you take a test every time you get off the plane?
It,
At the
it's so-
moment, Britain has the hardest quarantine in the world. We're the
Yeah.
strictest, apart from Ireland, who are slightly stricter. When you fly into Britain at the moment, you have to go to a hotel for 10 days
Quarantine.
and quarantine, and that costs you £1,700, something like that. So to fly into the country, you're automatically quarantined in a hotel. Now, listen, I don't think you can really quarantine me, but that's what the lowdown is. There must be some drugs for sale in them hotels. You know what I mean? Them places turn into, yeah, we get you wherever you need.
Yeah, this is the dark hotel.
It's so specific. I'm a weirdo half the time when I'm not watching, cannabis related things. One of the things I like to watch is people making travel vlogs. So it's all over the map of places that you can go and they don't even give a fuck. You don't have to give a quarantine. When you get there, you don't have to have a COVID test before you show up in the country. But then some places you just got to test. If you test, you get negative, you don't have to quarantine. Some
We're an
places
island,
do have
right?
to
For us,
quarantine.
it's super easy. We're a first world country with big money, and we're an island. We lead the world in injections by like a huge amount. We've just got so many people already inoculated.
Like specifically,
why not close the border? Then it's done, isn't it?
If you fly from America, not just if you're from America, but if you fly from America and you go to China, you have to quarantine for a month. Versus, like, say, if you want to go from Norway to Zanzibar, you don't got to quarantine or even do a test at all.
They don't want China virus in China.
Right. So.
Yeah. They exported that shit.
Like everything.
I'm going to go to bed, guys, and I'm not taking a fucking vaccine to do it. That way I'll wake up in the morning.
You are in that age group, though.
Bangus. Much love and respect, man.
Night, Bangus.
Cheers, Chad. Take care, guys.
Keep doing those movies, man. Those are awesome, man.
Thanks, buddy.
Great, man.
Peace.
So Green 13, when I got my card, I was the same way, man. I wanted to wear mine around my necklace. Like a fucking backstage pass. I just wanted to fucking, yeah, I'm good. What, you ain't got one?
I don't know if you know, but yeah.
Yeah, basically.
I'm
yeah.
pretty sure for the last 15 years, my neighbors already cottoned on. Like they encourage you to tell people around you that you've got a medical condition. I'm not bothering with that.
Yeah.
I also got a carbon lock bag to also comply with travel rules to make things safe and like such, just so that I know this is just cool. Let's grow up now.
Well, some of those Canadians have seen Bubble Man flaunt his ability to fly internationally with like X amount of fucking hash on him. Because he's like, oh, I'm legally exempt in Canada to be able to do this. And anywhere I travel, I can have X amount of hashish with me. And he's flying with his D-nail and his fab egg and like multiple ounces of fucking hash. I'm like, man, we don't get to do that.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, the ridiculousness is I remember smoking cigarettes on an aeroplane, so I can do that, yeah, but there's some rules around this medication.
Well, in LAX, the LAX is the only airport that you can do it, but you can fly in or fly out of LAX airport with an ounce of concentrate, hash, cannabis, edibles. They allow.
Really?
Yeah. If anyone didn't know that, yeah. In and out of LAX with an ounce of whatever you want.
I guess
So you
their
say it's the
initials are
only
really
one?
true.
Yeah,
LAX, lax. They're pretty lax on
California.
that stuff.
pretty lax on it.
California. Well, the thing is, otherwise they got to stop everyone. It would be like, oh, okay, you're not really allowed to carry lip salve. You know, they'd have to check everybody.
I will say fact check me on that, but only fact check me because I want you to find out that it's perfectly legit. So yeah, go and look that one up. It's totally, you might run into some dickhead, you know, TSA people on the other end, depending on where you're flying to, but that shouldn't be a
Now
problem.
that's food. You're gonna have to leave that right here.
Yeah. But yeah, the LAX thing, the reason why that actually came about is because there was a lot of TSA thieves that pretty much just
What?
checked. Oh yeah.
I'd
yeah.
take
What?
your ganja from you, sir. Let me just
Really?
remove
Yeah,
that.
that's why it came about, to stop them TSA people from stealing your weed. You're allowed to have up to an ounce on you, or in your
No
possession, or
kidding.
on your luggage. Yeah.
Wow.
That's neat.
Just
I
can't
like
land
shit
with
like
it.
that. No, in and out. You can.
In
He's saying
and
you
out.
can land with it. They won't take it off you when
A-
you're searched.
Arrival or departure, to be technical. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So if you got it out of the country that you're flying from, they don't give a fuck about that. They're just talking about their rules here.
Departure on their end only is security clearance before you leave. Once you go to wherever the hell you're departing to, that's on their end of the security to fucking deal with. You know?
So you can get off their plane, they don't give two shits. They'll take you there, and then you're on your own.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah. Might not even be their plane.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Arrival to and departure from LAX, you're safe under an ounce.
Can you just ride around smoking ice and fly back and land in LAX?
Pre-COVID and pre-mask, my cousin did vape. They allowed him to hit his fucking vape pen on the plane, flying
That's
from
pretty nice.
from LAX to Milwaukee.
I've seen man vaping straight down his jacket in an aeroplane. Just an old man. It was an old boy and his old girl, and he was just like, just didn't give a fuck.
Fuck, I'll smoke a joint almost all the way up to the fucking department store doors. Fling that thing like a fucking cigarette, I swear I will. Most days. I'm pretty belligerent about my smoking, my public smoking.
I've been doing some barn raising, rather like yourself, Eagle. Not exactly that, but a bit of helping a friend, Yeah, man, I stink shit up. I'd forgotten. I need to fucking... Man, I go back into rooms I've been in, I'm like, fuck!
You remember
my Eagle, you were... Go ahead, Red. Right.
Oh, I just want to pinch it in there. I'll go fast. If you remember in my episode, my introduction to Vortex and how beloved of a strain that became, there was a situation where I went on vacation to the Mall of America, Wisconsin to Minnesota, not that far. But anyway, at any stop we made on that road trip there, I smoked in the bathroom, or any stop we made on the trip way back. And we also went to the Minnesota State Fair, and they have those cable cars, those, elevated to take you from one end of the fair to the other on the little cable, whatever. And I would hotbox those things. This was all with the Vortex. And I would stink up every place we'd go to. And one time I smoked in a bathroom, and then I had some people come in right into the bathroom right as I was leaving. And like, whoa, it smells like big dank up in here.
Them the best reactions when someone's like, yeah, buddy, come on.
Yeah, I just bought it.
Shit, I COVID over here.
Yeah, so Eagle, anyway, so you were talking about worm castings the other day at Walmart. Wormart. And so I figured I'd go over there and check it out, see if they had any in my
How much were they, boys? How much?
They did not even carry it at mine. But the weird thing about it is, those conversations, how you're always talking at the entrance of the place is always where you end up having that great big conversation. Well, when I got to the front of that store and walked in, the entrance of that store smelled like weed, like somebody was smoking weed right there in the entrance. I mean,
Probably just came in.
That's what I was thinking. I was kind of looking around, going, "Man, where's that motherfucker at?" Yeah.
So in
Vegas,
Johnny,
Yeah.
You can buy weed, and maybe I'm asking questions, by the way. You can buy weed, and maybe there's a little fucking game you have to play where you buy a ticket, and then they give you free weed or whatever, however the law is.
No, it's not. I'll tell you how it is.
Yeah.
You go to a dispensary. Nowadays, you have to wait outside. You cannot go into the building. Yeah. Until because they have a 3-person limit that can be inside the building. So,
what I really want to know is about the smoking off. So my boys, they have to. They say no one, just only at home, not in the street.
No. But
I'll tell you on the strip, right?
The strip's not really kicking right now.
No, but I'm not talking about right. I'm not talking about right now, really. I'm just trying to understand So let's say I fly in. My boys say they just fucking walk out the casino and smoke right there, and no one gives a fuck. They just stand in the street and smoke a spliff. But
they probably could.
Well, all they're looking to do is get a buzz and get back to the tables. But what is so what is the gig? If you're going for a walk, you're going to take a joint, right?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, I take a pipe with me when I take my dog for a walk. Yes, I do. Yes.
Yeah. So
my dog and I kick back at the park and have a hit, but it's not something.
No one will care, really, right?
Well, people kind of look funny, but most people do. Look funny. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I totally know what you're saying. Right.
Yeah.
But because now there's an era of legality, people are less likely to be, oh, mister, you shouldn't do that around here. I got kids here, or any of that bullshit. Do you think?
No. Nowadays, it's more like, oh, I smell weed. Somebody's smoking. That's kind of the attitude.
Yeah, but we ain't pointing out who's drinking beer, are we? Oh, anyway.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Life will move on.
Exactly. And the thing about it is that I think it's safe to smoke weed and do that anyways than it would be to drink and drive.
100%. Anyway, thanks. I just wanted to gauge it.
I allegedly will even be smoking through drive-thrus.
I allegedly heard that one time.
Coffee, sandwich, I don't care. Here's your change. I'll be like, thank you.
Eagle. Hey, Eagle, if I had $1 for every time that one of my homies right at the window waiting for our food got paranoid and was like, oh, this bitch knows we're smoking. I'm getting the fuck out of here. Just pulling off out of the fucking drive-thru. Like, come on, man, we're just waiting for our food. I'm like, nah, bitch, she was calling the cops. That's why it's taking so long.
Maybe back in the day, pre somewhat quasi legal, but nowadays, nah. I pull right up and I'll blow it right into the window. I swear I will. As I'm handing the money. How you doing today? That smells pretty good, sir. 100%. 100%. If you tell me, could you just pull ahead? You can bet your ass when you hand me that bag, I'm going to be in that car fucking just baking it up. Baking it up. It's going to be reeking when you hand me that bag.
That's good. Sure. You know, because I need to do that. I need to medicate right before I eat. So
I got to do something with that extra 10 minutes that I didn't wasn't
yeah.
expecting. That's the way I see it.
Yeah, they're building the Culvers on the north side where I'm at finally.
Nice. Butterburgers.
Oh yeah, I love it. Yeah. Oh, my favorite pizza place just today. I guess technically yesterday, whatever, turned 100 years old. They've been in business since 1921.
What's your favorite place?
That's given too close. It's Wells Brothers.
Okay,
Racine,
so it's a
Wisconsin.
local.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering, Green, do you have any famous burger places around there, like Whataburger or In-N-Outs or anything like that? Nothing,
Well,
nothing of that.
I mean, that's happened a bit recently where I think there'll be like the famous burger company or some shit like that. But it doesn't have that same sort of cult following as, you know, like if you watch Pulp Fiction, he's like, oh, that's a tasty burger, that whole fucking spiel.
the
We
Big
don't.
Kahuna.
Yeah, exactly. You know.
Yeah.
But he actually was even talking about another burger on there, wasn't he? Not a Big Kahuna, but before that, it was the name of the place. Was it like Hawaiian? Anyway,
Yeah,
the whole thing is like, and it also, some of it will be local, right? And some parts of the country and not others, I
yeah.
guess. So we don't really know.
Well, I'm blessed to be where I'm at, other than any kind of cannabis's sake, but food's sake. If anyone has the app Goldbelly, Goldbelly is like a food delivery app for like a lot of what you would call it, trendy places out there. But you can order ONH Bakery from where I'm from. It's like that place is like 116 or 120 years old. It's a Danish bakery from here that specializes in a chocolate Danish kringle, right? And it's like presidential exclusive. Back when Obama got elected for his first time, he flew here to get that fucking kringle. It's on
I
Goldbelly.
think I remember something about that. Yeah.
Yeah. And then that 100-year-old pizza restaurant or Italian food restaurant. And then we got another place that's like was the mob hangout, because where I'm also from, if anyone's ever seen the movie Public Enemies with Johnny Depp, it's about John Dillinger and bank robberies. That took place here in where I'm from in Racine. That's where
Yeah, it was a great movie, man. Yeah.
John Dillinger, his weapon, his modified weapon is at the Racine County Police Department.
Big
Like,
Tommy gun, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, ironically, where I'm at has a lot of food history and a lot of businesses that have been in business 100+ years, 100 years, 95 years. So, and COVID didn't shut any of them down, thank God.
Oh yeah, good for that. Good for that. Yeah. Do you have any situations around there in your restaurants that are just like mainly like the kind of a go-to kind of a thing? Do they do mainly Italian stuff like that?
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
there's a couple places my dad has like a little group of friends that he goes to either like every Tuesday or Wednesday for a late lunch, and they're the original recipe for the pizza burger.
Pizza
They're
burger.
the original recipe of a pizza burger.
Right.
It comes from. Yeah.
Bread and bread.
Mm-hmm.
It's what goes in it that makes it the pizza burger.
Well, it's whatever, like a burger, but instead of like the cheese, tomatoes, like pickles,
Like a
lettuce,
marinara
onions.
burger.
Yes, it's marinara. It's marinara mozzarella, melted down on top of it. It's pretty good, And then they got the same thing. They got like Italian beef and meatball sandwiches and that kind of stuff. But yeah, there's a lot of, I don't know, origins to a lot of stuff around here.
Well, anyways,
Mhm.
Eagle, I picked up some Epsom salt for the garden. How do I go about using that?
I water it
would-
in. I just add it with my watering.
yeah,
Add
in
it
the
into the
water,
water.
1 gram per gallon. Would you say, or is that too high dilution?
I actually use 1 tablespoon per gallon, which is half the recommended strength there.
Okay,
Do you
I don't
do
know what
that?
tablespoon.
How
is.
often you water into it?
I use it every watering, to be honest with you.
Really? Okay.
So yeah, double
Wow.
check that what a teaspoon is or whatever compared to what a 1 gram is. But I heard 1 gram a gallon. I don't know what a teaspoon or 2 teaspoons would weigh out to.
That's probably close to it.
Yeah.
I would think.
Well, would you say a gram?
Gram.
Red pill?
Mhm.
Yeah,
I would say,
think
yeah,
it's
that's
usually
about a tablespoon. That'd be about a tablespoon, teaspoon, something like that. No? Yeah.
Think about a gram of. It's tiny, isn't it? It's not tablespoon
Right.
size.
I've never actually. Yeah.
Oh, not
I was
me.
thinking
That
less than a
stuff never,
tablespoon,
it
more
never
than a
affected.
teaspoon. Right.
That stuff never affected me. Green 13. I was
Old
already high
life.
strung enough. Yeah, I was already high
Yeah.
strung enough for it just to. It's just like, well, what's
Weirdly, me too, mate. Weirdly, me too.
Yeah. A lot of my friends got into it and enjoyed it, but no. I tried it a couple times and I just went, I don't get anything from it. Why spend money on something you don't get anything out of?
So, how much did you? 1 gram, he said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
1 tablespoon of my Epsom salt weighed 16 grams. 1 tablespoon.
Yeah, a lot more.
Is what one might is technically, yes. 1 tablespoon. There, Jones and DeGraw. There's 3 teaspoons per tablespoon. So,
Yeah. This here says add a half cup per gallon of water every three times a year. Sounds a little bit extreme. And then
It
it says,
sounds. It probably sounds similar to what Eagle's doing, I reckon.
and then up
Per
above here, as for
'cause-
fruits and vegetables, it says 1 tablespoon per gallon. But it says as a foliar spray.
Stony Creek says 16 teaspoons per gallon. You mean 1.6 grams? No. 6. It was 16 grams, not 1.6 grams.
Well,
It
and what I
was
was talking about
16
definitely
grams.
was a root trench, not a foliar feed. I guess you can go heavier with foliar feeds than root trenches, right?
Why would you say that?
Is that across the board for everything? You can go heavier
guess
on a foliar feed than a root trench for almost anything, right?
I don't know shit about
I don't know about that. Don't you think your leaves are more delicate than your roots?
No.
No.
I don't know.
Easier to replace leaves.
Yeah.
Yeah, I triple checked that because even 420 said
420,
you mean
dudes.
1.6. 1.6. Yeah, no, it was 16. I triple checked it. 16 grams for 1 tablespoon.
420. Work
At
that
least what
in.
I've got.
Yeah.
Cheers, everybody.
And you
That's
did say
good.
tablespoon, not teaspoon, right? What you do?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
said
mine's just
tablespoon.
TBS.
Yeah. Well, then if you're not seeing any problems, then yeah, I mean, you
But
know.
I'm not giving any CalMag or anything either. That's
Oh, and
I'm
you're in
fine.
cocoa too, right?
Yeah,
What
that's
what
true
what?
too. You are in
I never.
cocoa, so
I don't think I ever even asked. What is your base nutrients?
There's salts, 2-part salts.
Eagle,
Chloroflex?
Eagle Special,
Yeah,
Eagle
and
Blend.
custom blood.
Eagle Land. Cheers.
Okay. So do you know if your salts they're mainly NPK or if they got a lot of micronutes in them too?
They have hold on, let me see if I can find this paper.
Yeah, because I could totally see that. If you're feeding adequate amounts of NP and K, and then you're using the Epsom salt for the micros, then yeah, I could totally see that. You're seeing good results using a tablespoon. Yeah.
So it's best to dissolve this into water rather than granulate it
Yeah.
into like a little bit down at the base when I'm transplanting.
The only thing I would add granulated when transplanting is some kind of microbes, like roots organism, mycos, azos, that kind of shit.
And what about do people top dress it?
Top dress
Yeah,
Epsom salt.
Yeah,
You can top dress Epsom salt. Yeah.
right.
I guess that would be kind of like a root drenching in a way, right?
Mhm.
Basically, yeah.
And just as it
Sub
dissolves.
Subcool mixed Epsom salt straight up in the mix. He's mixing everything else in there: fishbone meal, blood meal. He put a whole bag of Epsom salt in there and then let it cook down.
Yeah,
You
I
didn't.
recall that now.
Yeah.
All right, I'm out, dudes. Have a fantastic day.
All
Good
right, then.
You too, buddy.
Later,
Peace out.
Two.
Green. Wow. Took me a long time to get over that one hit. Now I got to do this one.
No, I don't top dress with so I wouldn't suggest that to be good either.
I would think. So I think what I'll do is I'll it says on this bag here, and it's got a little bit of sulfate in it too. So I guess to foliar feed it would be the best way to go about that, because that's kind of how it says to do it on here.
Immediate results for sure.
Yeah.
You're in soil too, so it might
Yeah.
just not hurt to give it occasionally once in a while. If it doesn't need it, why add it? That's another thing too, John.
Well,
Are you showing deficiencies?
not really. No. I'm just,
Why?
I've never, I don't know. I've never tried the Epsom salt. I hear a lot of people using it and talk about the beneficials of it, and it's got
It's usually
a sulfate in it too, So I'm sure that's got to help out with the trichome productions, I would think, right?
well, sulfur adds for turf production,
For
not
terp production,
necessarily
yeah.
trichome.
Not tribes. Yeah, well, I don't even know if that could do it half the time. But I just thought it would be something that I could add into it, because I've actually reduced it down to almost nothing to what I'm adding into my plants. So it's just lately, it's just been my multi-purpose Jobs, tomato, vegetable, biozone type of a feed. It's got microbes and stuff like that in it. Yeah, I feed that and earthworm castings. That's just about it anymore. So I figured I would add a little bit of something else, just to see if it would help even more.
Yeah, I would. Let's add runner 2. See if you need it. If you don't need it, don't
Yeah.
add it.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
But the other night, that KNF kind of conversation really got me excited.
Yeah, same here. One thing
Interesting stuff.
one thing I was doing in my own research, because I'm infatuated with essential oils and terpenes, rosemary, thyme, uh, parsley, basil, cilantro, a lot of herbs that are, I would say, relatively easy to grow. I've been interested in growing and they themselves being fed with KNF inputs, right?
Right.
Now, these are herbs, basically plants, obviously, that are high in terpenes, right? So I was thinking, what does it do if you make a fermented plant juice with these herbs that are high in terpenes that I was already growing with super soil and KNF? So they're already going to have more terpenes than some plain old Miracle Grow or something like that. And then I'm fermenting them and feeding them to cannabis plants. So with that, do you think that would benefit them in producing more terpenes?
Yes, I think it would.
Are you talking about like the Mendo boys do, and kind of have a top dress and then just tilling it into it, or?
You could do a top dress, and especially if you're doing Mendo shit and you're growing in like 100-gallon smart pots, then yeah, you can have top dress of basil and oregano and cilantro and all that stuff. Yeah.
But you're talking about actually juicing it up and then
Not so
making a
much juicing it.
fermentation out of it.
That's the whole thing, is everything I've read or heard people say, like, you don't want to grind it, you don't want to juice it, you just want to chop it up and then mix it with a 1-to-1 ratio of brown sugar, right? Leave space on the top in the jar and use a covering.
Man, I got to start doing that. I got lots of brown sugar. Eagle, you look tired. You ready to call this?
I'm very tired.
Do you have a mushroom smile?
What's that?
Mushroom smile?
No, he's got a I think he's got a little bit of work smile or yawn there going, thinking he's got a little bit of work to get done. And
No, I am whooped up. Yeah, for sure.
All right then, man. I'm gonna call it myself. I'm gonna say peace and love always to everybody in chat. Eagle, thank you. Red Pill, always good. Awesome to have you in here on the panel. Excellent.
Love seeing
I
you.
am ready for bed myself. I got a couple things I got to do, and then I'm gonna beat my pillow up. See you guys later.
Yep.
Good night, Johnny. Thank you.
Okie dokie. I guess I'll roll out too then.
Hey, Red Pill.
Yep.
Appreciate you popping in, brother.
Yep. Thank you. And shout out chat. See you guys later. Peace out.
Have a good one, guys. Man, there's no way I'm skipping out on shout outs tonight, as tired as I am. But it's been days since I've done them, so I cannot skip out on them tonight. So I've added like a page and a half in the last few days of new people into the shout outs list as well. Beat your pillow up. That's funny. Let's see what we can find to listen to right quick. I'm gonna fucking play some Wheeler Walker in the background. Funny shit. Get my juice ready because I do have a little bit of cotton mouth. Hopefully, Johnny and Red didn't take my yawning in offense, man. I've been trying to hold it back. I've been sneaking it back since Green 13 was on. Just one of them long days. Here we go. Little Wheeler Walker. Oh, man. Here we go. Sir, might as well start with the new ones first, huh? The newer. We go Wop Wobbie, Sean Biggs, Rescue Ready, Roadside, LLC, Notorious Nugs, Magma Seeds, Father and Son, Tutorial, Trimming Tutorials, Dub T the Dank, Jose Martinez Perez, Doggle the Hut, and 420 Fuck Chiba Man, GR420 Community Videos, Detroit River Rat, Luis Garcia, Michael P, AJ Everyday, Captive Audit. Chud Bob 13 was here tonight. Maine 420 Med Grower, Cookie Scoop, Jay Hendricks, In for the Grill, Backwoods All Good, Sally Mansell, Adam, Chanel Simpsons, One Smoke Away, Ganja Roach, Kazoo, Aaron, Burning Shrooms, Mr. Lincoln Sinkin, Angel Studios, MG, the 420 Grow Tent, Paul D. Ella, John Thrumming, Dankabitch, Chemo F Sky, Fibro Flower, Polly P, Seldom Seen Elevated, Lenny Orgalix, Sunman, China, Chiba, Sunny, Paul Papalik. Wow, I don't think I'll ever get that right. Ricardo Sosa, Dan J, Earth Friendly Farming, Candy Forest Farmer, Fuck All That Be, The Misfit Grower, Jason Line 512, Snake Eyes, Northern 4466, Jason Greystone, Stoner Baker MD, Stony Creek, Jason Russ, Sonic, Fringe Dweller, Tarzan, Superman, Old Man Herderman Ash, Free Bird, Mo Grower, Matty Gar, Simple Man, Survival Time, Tim Blake, Golf Course, Chronic, Stink Fat, Caballero, Harley Grower, Jen God, Jason Line 512 again, Steve Collins, Todd Kendricks, Property Maintenance, Sharpie, The Island, Hayes, Scuba Steve Speaks, J.R. Ream, Randy K, TCDR, thank you for this awesome pin, man. It's pretty fucking awesome. Wardrobe Farming, Randy, Grande, Piff 1000, Ace Boom, 3223, Wake Up, Captain Freedom Bee, Puffer Smiles, 15 Digits, Michigan, Ganja Mook, Hash, Fred G, Super Bob, Broski 808, Weekend at Birdies, K-Bag, Justin Station, Strong Style, Zippy, iMedic 31, RC, K-Hal, or Kelly, yeah, Mihal Flower, Brad Bug, Kendricks, Newton, KNT, Chris D, True CM, Full Towns, Full Natty Reds, Robert Matthews, Ancient Soul, Grown, Kevin Jiu-Jitsu's, Canna Health and Happiness, Berserk 215, Collab, Low Cut, Albert Tremblay, Mo Main Meds, Raz Banshee, Helen, Hugh Janus, James T, Atomic Spoon, Miss Jill, Big Daddy, LT Gardens, Big High 420, Lobster Brush Bro, Mother Nature, Mother Tree Maine, Red Pill, Your Boy Roy Boy, Essig, Shannon Gibbons, Ruhan, Rick W, Comfortably Numb, One Smoked Away, The 840 Show, Richard Lamb, Cannabis Pursuit, K Rolling, Worthy Buzz, Logan Man 81, Oil and Flower Podcast, The Entourage Effects, Warren Dixon, Pink Lady Luck, El Mondo 420, Surrounded by Keith, Ferrari Farms, Fringe Dweller, Single Fathers, Happiness Without Guilt, Sub Cool, We Miss You, Brother, These House of Dank, Mo Lost 710, Scarecrow 420, Green Thumb Bum, Christina MG, Unplugged 705, Medical McGullicuddy, Rick T, The Rebel, The 9207, Fabian Salinas, Dave's Not Here, Tom Spook, Great Walker, T, Mendo Dope, T Dog, Run dang cottonmouth, I gotta get rid of this thing. There we go. You didn't see that. Dung Beetle, Red Eye Jedi Grows, Mother Nature's Dustin Conway, Duckweed, Runboy 7426, Justin Gerda, Strongman, Okie Grower 75, Corey, Trevor, Michael Wallace, Mole Vision 420, Bujo, Cat Daddy, Taco, Don Slug, Rick S. In the bushes 827, Jaden Seaman, Kevin Hollinsworth, Let's Hope Pets Fan 420, Biomanager, Dirt Road Dude, Kenny Shiba, Hirose, Ramirez, Red Eye Rustler, Dad Goblin, Dr. Buzz Lightyear, Acetone, 710 Canuck, County Queen, Genetics, Stabby, Tanaze, Fumdor, Dirtman, Dan, Keith, and Black Sail, Mr. Bacilius, Sin, Premium Gardens, Rasta Bob, Rasta Jeff, Zoil, Root, Small, Tube, Tyler, Frosty Buds, North Michigan Micro, Ouija Buds, Sub T Roy, Big Jar Grows, JC, Modern Genetics, SoCal Weedner, John, Last PPJ 15, Green County Grower, CJ Apple, Perfectly Imperfected, Dollar Tree Grower, T1 Productions, Dank Grower, DOA Grown Meds. We missed you too, brother. Miss Nudie Grows, I Gruesome, Johnny Cannon Suit, Nutrient Shootouts, Naughty Nookie, Zoe and Slammer, NNY Pixel Monkey, St. Bernard's Observation Booth, Culver 420, High Spy, Aldridge 25, Miss Madam T, Stu Moo, Mo Grower, The Can of Crate, Loki Grows, Cast, This Guy, Burton 79, Polish Hammer, Midwest Outlaws 31, Voodoo Ultras, Fresno Nerds, Cali Connections, Wolverine Grown, Big Jar Grows, laid way back. D Block, MMP, Nations Creations, Amber Lalana, Psychedelic Warlock, Artist LT, Sir Sticky, Rob, Big J 420, Brent Wendell, Big Ed 1961, Matt Waddy, G3, The Green Click, J&K Triple G, Mr. Sprinkly, Brittany, and Tyler Teasley, Hope Farms, Lisa G, John, BG Creation for You, BGWG 420, Dr. Budswell, Purple Thumb OG, Arthro, Sense of Me, Arthro, Just Face 420, Beach Coast Grower 20. Sir Howe, Trey Valone, Keep It Real, Haggerton, 420, Zeb Zeppelin, Audit Everywhere, BT, Double D, Grows, Bingo Screen, Come Up Man, Alex Boykachev, Chef Life, School of Crop, Pills, I Love It, Green Mountain Grower, Southwest Okie Grill, 112, 80 Man, Random Family Farms, Page Farms, Meat Off Flower, Ryan Henderson, Green 13, Noob Sailbot Wins Kingdom, Aquaponics, Indra, Michigan Natives, Mary Jane's Medgarden, Streamers, 77 Double D, Bad Bunny Nutrients, Mr. Green Pots, Mr. Green Nugs from 619 to 664, Spaniard Kruger, Jones and DeGrow, Papa G Grows, Flores Amy, Dro Grows, Cass, Grow From Your Heart Podcast, Lily Luna, the Green Red Flock, Jeremiah Miranda, Sony Creek, Lost Art, Mr. No One, LG 420, Giant Mike, Prometheus Oil, Jason Iso, P. Wynn, Mr. David Colby, Mason 662, Scroggy McStrogerton the Fourth, Kaylee Grows, Chad Red, Family Farms, Polly P. Bjorg, Kevin Jodry, Mike Honcho, Jay Huggins, UDA, Green Tree Hunter, Kush Cloud, Joshua Steenson, Oak Home Buds, Warren G, Cam Wood, Maine, Mystic, Show Love Always, Kelly Stone, Texas OG, Chuck Norris, Sarge S, Claire Fresno, Happy G, excuse me, Timothy McKimmons. That's the guy. Won the other night. Neo, Justin Beach, Chronic 88, Fat Belly, Real, Jennifer Steele, Kimba 03, Turk Farmer, Shannon Stevens, Carlitos, Latino, Skater Country, Mr. Swede, Wolf Seed, Wolves, Fire Soul, Wooly Wookie, Wally Wookie, The Goddess Grows, Ross Bob, White Feather Grows, Burning Shrooms, The Tone Grows Dang, K-Man Grows, BX Grunner 81, Smith Dude, New Grows, Sean McCann, Jay Monks, Dank Agenda, Wawa Cane Grow, Fall Dog, Huron Cannabis Council, List of Paris Rock Band, 420 Ben, Fresh Grove, Robbie Herbs, Hi Boy, Your Mailman Grows, We Be Growing, Australian Grown, For Love of the Plant, Argo American, Smart Pokey, Unfrozen Caveman, Hawaiian's Eyes, Surfcraft, Michael Groon, Jeff Lowenfels, Mobius Grows, Dan Brownie, Dan D, Elliot Harkins, Mystic Flavors, The Foraging Gardener, Overwater Overkill, Seattle Steve, Shadow Warrior, Bradley Green 514, Amelia Jensen, Oz Indica, Dr. MJ Coco, Brandon Russ, Dr. MJ Coco, D's Bag, Drone Sarah, Shotgun Willie, Dank Yoda, Jay Simmons, Sherbro, Grows, Galactimus, Cool DJ Conley, Aaron the Grower, Late 1971, Michigan Grown Buds, your boy Roy Boy, Delta 9, Jamie McDaniels, Clackamas 420, Stinky Colas, Stainford PFC Farms, Husky Garden, Sungrown 707, J8 Drove, J420, Cascadian Gross, T Toads McGee, Four Plants A, Weed Works, Captain Trog, Chunky Buds, Hans Warrior, Janky Young, Terry Lee Live, McAster Tempe, Annie N, D Urge. Green Junior, Leon from All Purpose Plus, Green Goose, Lemon Spouse a Month, Bindu Buds, Michael, Rasta Plenty, Dan the Indoor Man, Gromies, Homies, Hamilton Groves. I gotta get these names back here. Almost forgot these. Richard Forbes, Dan Clementa, B, Boar, P Funk, Nick, Nicotine, John Reese. What about Bob, Prince, Patty, Daniel Bergman, Green Pumpkin Man, B, Bundles, James Chung. Oh, I don't even know how to read that one. John Wayne. Man, I gotta quit scribbling fucking names. Sister Golden Hair, Dina, L Danko, Dankarino, K&F Gardens, Blank, 1030, Chosen One, Only Beats, Farmer James, Crypto Dope, Richard Lamb, Matt Gyron, Dan Marino, Chronic Wonders. Man, I gotta take more time writing you guys' name down. Stop scribbling these things. All right, where did I leave off here? Oh, I got all these guys. I gotta go down here. Dan the Indoor Man, Gromies, Homies, Hamilton Grows, Clip Smoke, Keystone, Canna Flag, PA, Big High, Eugene Greenlead, Ace, Drew Hustle, Fred Don Carlos, North Arizona Beer Grove 420, No Saw, Jesse White, Gasting Yeti, Introvert, Genetic, So J, Vixen Robin, Killer 8, Mo Cam, Buttercream, C Dub from NorCal, the Pharmacy Seed Bank, Ned Dead, Smokey 616, Curtis Mayhem, Matt Myron, Marte, Rick Heyman, Stephanie Dora, Antenna Seeds, Rick Rubles, the Drew Bear 420, Maxwell 751, Slow to Get Up, Stu Moves, Papa Coat 719, Baker Shake, Baby, Old Smoke, PWC Grown Buds, Laura Wash, Mr. Weed Blunt, Old School Grower, Chad Westport, Honcho Growing, Florida Nugs, My Little Piece of Heaven, Budget Sound Seeds, Goliath Grower, Richard T, Chrissy Wannabe, Mr. Soul, Food Spectrum, God God, Lori Hanson, Real 2,000 Years of Tradition, Mr. D. Conley, Pimp Jamming, Bodie Face, Show Me Scat Squash, Fuck Google and You, I'm Going Well, Canadian Restore, Porter Farmer, Carl Wright, Zephyr, Humble Farms, Tannery Farms, Seldom Seen, Oak Park Gardens, Al 9782, Skunky Packs, Martial Artist 2012, Microslave Hefner, Daniel McDizzle, Medically Fit, KGB, Robert, Mr. Green, Motherfucker Fingers, Thomas, Coach Rancher, Coach of Plenty, Monkey Balls, Andrew Champlin, Bobby Lynn Meads, French Digger, Matt, Mr. I gotta turn this shit down. What do I do here? Oh, I rewound it. I need to get the Star Wars type credits. I do see that. Who we get? Bobby Lynn Meads, Trent Jitter, Mr. Mac, Tony Lake Blown, and Bill S. Miss Weed Peace, Taylor Delicious, 2,000 Years of Tradition, Minty, Country Roots, Huron Fire Genetics, Earth Creeper, Big Ray 420, Teeny Weeny 101, Buds and Hazard, Mr. Creek 14, Bearded B Man 616, and all up north. Max Screwman, Ruby will be here. Hopefully it's soon rescheduled. The Riffin' Fat Boy, Jack Greenstock, 42420, Boom Farms, Charlie Farms, 420, Aldridge, 25, Smiley's Gardens, J D's, Miss D's, Nugs, Smoking Grow, Fraser, Grow Koski, Twisted Roots, Faded Farm, 420, Jeff Dorowski, Jenny Memory Farms, Evolve 420, Cameron, Mr. Bagseed, Jill Carter, Mystic Marks, Mystic Grower, TW, Ginger Snaps right there, DTE, Rose, Rick Wolf, DLP 2372, Ned Denver, Mike Denver, Sergeant Pepper 420, Cannon Trooper, Blind Cat 420, Light It Up Again, Tim, UKFIF 420, Buddha Boy, Devin Shipwreck Medical, MJ, Budsville, USA, Resurrection Prophet, Chris Martinez, Dankman 420, Dankman dead. Red Set Farms, Dank, The Good Life, Jody Bell, Cheech B, Most Hated Grower, The Major General 420, Army, American One, W Digger 714, Shirates, Kidios, Genetics, Mountain Skies, ready to hit that hot fire. Chris Mertz, Ian, Save Robbie, Sergeant Live, Hepa Cam, Finger Lakes, Finance, Ridge Patch, Dozer Man, BT Grower, Choose Medical, Jailbreaker, Plus One Mushroom, Secret City, Pioneers, My Little Tent, 2042 Spacewalker, Christian, Tree Bump, T Barrington, Heart and Soul Homegrown, Mike B, T Duane, East Coast Will, Heidi Day, Galactic Gardens, John Smith, Elliptus, My Natural Farms, Pacific Northwest, Seeds, Ross, Kai Paul, Lemon Hoko, Trent Digger, Rita's Juicy Light, Richard 420, Grant Manuel, Mary Bond, Simon Sizzle, 9 Inch Colas, Chris Mood, DK Trades, Vision Creator, Guru DK, Kenna Nation J Wires. Man, it's tough for me. These things are all mixed up. My rhythm's fucked up. 311 mix up Kinder Grows, 311 mix up Jeets, French, Trace, MMG, Matt S, Save Ball, Dragonfly B, Justin Meds, Travis Waltz, Lucky Mike, Seattle Chronic Seeds, King, Chronic, Titan, Ghost, Blesco Seeds, Shingo, Gas, Webasso for Life, John Smith, Tommy Tricos, Boca King, Raz, Pop Little, Slow Roll, Spiky Pilots, Oscar Green Jr., Matt Sealberg, Indoor 11, Stephanie B, Sharp Pulley 989, Bob Brown, Simon Gardens, Sonar Nations 420, Joe Y, Bugs 1, 313, Grower, Painted Lady, Frank Booth, Jay Myers, Jamid, Did Chat, Mr. Manny D, Bagsy, Dr. GC, Jeff, Shredder 911, Dutch Grows 420, Scallywag 420, Skillbull 1, Medgrower 1, Empire Breeding Code for Growly, Lost Leaf, Leon Mass, Danny Danko, B Bear 7, Allie Noble, CK, Charm Trinidad, Looney Jester, Smoking with Small Town, Tim S, Mr. Lazy, Raptor Grows, Rob, Automation is Freedom, Robert Hazelton, Dwarf Michigan Quarry, Michigan, Double Tap, Miss Green Thumb 420, 808, Rooting Prospects, 8. The Cannon Bus Driver, Hating Life, Kenny 710, Operation Rose, T-Ben, Root Nuts 619, Hammered E-Nails, Dr. Scrambles, BB Moonrocks, G8F, Double J, Bio Greens, Self Grower, Hanky Stanky 420 OGs, KP, Ganja Nano, Your Mama, Georgia, Joe, Roy Rodriguez, Be Growing, Nature's Best Nugs, Nature, Ganja Wizard, Husky Gardens, Nut Tree 420, Smoking, Dr. Ooh, man, I got these all messed up. Smooth, Soil Life, Fully Life, the Jeffro 420, Dr. Beavis 698, Dr. Franklin Booty, goddamn, I'm big Ted's Test, and last but not least, Weedus 207 in this very, very jumbled shout outs list. I gotta need to sit down and just redo that son of a bitch. Thank you guys very much for hanging out through that very rough shout outs. I think I almost fell asleep during that thing at one point. You guys have a great night. Get some rest if this is the end of your journey. If this is the beginning of your day, have an amazing day. I look forward to seeing you this Friday night with Mole Vision 420 at 11:30 tonight. Please join me and Mole Vision at 11:30. You guys have an amazing Friday. Please remember, do something nice for somebody. Random acts of kindness do save lives. I'm a living, breathing example of that.